महीने में कुछ भी ज्यादा कर पाएगी? कोशिश कर सकते हैं मगर कुछ ज्यादा उसमें नतीजा लग नहीं रहा है कि निकलेगा।
चलिए विवेक, एक बार चलते हैं, सुनते हैं कि भारती के मैनेजमेंट इस समय क्या कह रहे हैं नतीजों पर।
Sanjay will take over all the India performance, and of course I'll then pick up the Africa performance. Request Manik to please start.
Great, Manoj. Good morning to all of you joining us today for our third quarter and 9-month results. I think let me just start out by talking about our phenomenal, successful brand launch and relaunch across continents, with Airtel now a brand across 19 countries, serving a population of over 1.8 billion people and an overall customer base of 208 million. So clearly, while this might seem like purely a marketing exercise, we envisage tremendous long-term positive impact on our business as we further develop scale and connectivity across operating units and across countries and across continents. If we look at the financial results on the top line, revenue growth reflects solidly this quarter, with India, South Asia up 3.4% and Africa up 8.7% on a sequential quarter-on-quarter basis. So as we said earlier, this is providing us really with a twin engine of growth to Airtel, with India and South Asia growing steadily but also generating a huge amount of free cash flow, and Africa also growing and clearly a self-sustaining business. From an EBITDA margin perspective, if we look at pre-rebranding costs that we incurred, the one-time expenditure, Airtel has been able to sustain its EBITDA margin on a consolidated basis, with India and South Asia continuing at 37.3% despite the challenging market dynamics, and the Africa operations in fact starting to show that bit of spark, increasing that EBITDA margin to 25.1% pre-rebranding costs. In South Asia, we continue to add robust minutes to our factory, driving our scale further, with minutes now well over 200 billion minutes per quarter. Importantly, all these minutes continue to yield a stable RPM, a phenomenon now for 2 quarters in a row, and I think Sanjay will talk a little bit more about that. But we've also started our journey on 3G, and with 3G and M-Commerce now, we're really looking at a new paradigm of growth and a lifestyle company that Airtel will truly be. In Africa, all our network contracts are now closed, and hence that allows us to pursue expansion in Africa with even more zeal. We have added network, but shall pick this up during the next couple of quarters, and that should reflect in our operating metrics as we go forward. All early signs of RMS picking up, revenue and EBITDA growth, all backed by signs of elasticity and usage growth. So very positive initial signals there. On the tower business, as expected, this continues to be on a strong growth path, with EBITDA margins increasing and tenancies moving up as well. EBITDA now at 38.6% on a consolidated basis for the tower business, and tenancies at 1.75. Indus, which is at 1.8, and Infratel at 1.68, again both up on a sequential quarter-on-quarter basis. Importantly, the business is starting to generate strong free cash flows as well. At a net income level, 2 main real impacts here. Adverse currency movements in Africa and India, resulting in exchange fluctuation-related restatement losses, and the one-time rebranding costs. Excluding the impact of these 2 items, our net income would actually have been up over 10% on a sequential quarter-on-quarter basis. If you add to that the impact of the additional spectrum charge, as well as the higher interest outflow as related to the acquisition, on a year-on-year basis, you're actually looking at a flat performance on a net income basis. So I think that's very important to take away, that excluding these one-time items, our net income is actually up on a quarter-on-quarter basis and flat on a year-on-year basis.
भारती का मैनेजमेंट बातचीत करते हुए नतीजों पर और भारती के स्टॉक पर डाली एक नजर। मजबूती आती हुई दिख रही है, नतीजे कमजोर दिख रहे थे, लेकिन उसके बावजूद यहां पर स्टॉक में एक अच्छी तेजी बनती हुई 1.5% मजबूत हो चुका है स्टॉक, नीचे खुलकर यहां से रिकवरी दिखाता हुआ। हमारे साथ हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स हैं और विवेक मवानी बने हुए। विवेक, भारती के नतीजों पर ही पहले आपसे एक राय लेना चाहूंगा। किस तरह से दिख रहे हैं नतीजे और आपकी क्या कॉल है भारती पर इस वक्त?
मैंने अभी नतीजे तो अभी अनाउंस हो रहे हैं, तो मैंने अभी नतीजे देखने का चांस मिला नहीं है, बट आगे चल के टेलीकॉम सेक्टर में एटलीस्ट मेरी राय में वेदर शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेडर्स के लिए ठीक है, मगर लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए मुझे नहीं लग रहा है कि टेलीकॉम एज अ सेक्टर ज्यादा कुछ खास रिटर्न्स देगा आगे चल के। मैं नतीजे फिर भी देख के बता पाऊंगा, बट ऐसे कोई लॉन्ग टर्म स्टोरी अभी रही नहीं है टेलीकॉम में जो अट्रैक्टिव हो इन्वेस्टमेंट के नजरिए से।
विवेक, आईटी स्टॉक्स मजबूती दिखा रहे हैं। टीसीएस और इन्फोसिस खासतौर से 1.5 से 2% बढ़े हुए हैं।